Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You are watching iAllegedly, and I've got a good one for you today because so much is happening right now. You're going to see the stock market go up this week. You are going to see inflation get announced like you've never seen it before. The latest infrastructure bill just got signed, and I'm going to cover all that with you. And your taxes are going to go up. So it's I guess it's a quadfecta of good news for you guys. So before I get into it, please take a second to hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Share this with all your friends and colleagues. Just an absolute beautiful day. Tide's kind of high out here today. But there's an absolute ton going on right now. And we've got so much happening right now. They just signed the $1.9 billion infrastructure bill. Yippee, and we're all supposed to celebrate this. But I have a cheat sheet, and I couldn't have memorized all this stuff myself, so I'm going to go through it all with you. First thing that they're going to do, they're going to put $110 billion towards roads. Public transportation, $39 billion. Amtrak, $66 billion. Broadband, internet for the inner cities, $65 billion. The electric grid, they're going to improve that by $65 billion as well. Electric cars, the charging stations, they're going to put $7.5 billion towards that and $2.5 billion towards ferries. So didn't know that we needed the information with ferries, but they're going to do that. Drinking water, $55 billion. Great River and Lakes Restoration, $48 billion. Airports, they're going to spend $25 billion, and road safety, $11 billion. Now, what I want you to pay attention to with everything I just read to you is that there is nothing for you. There is no stimulus check. There is no increased money for your family. They've talked about the child tax credit being increased. That hasn't been done. That's not part of this thing, guys. It has nothing to do with this. So your taxes are going to go up exponentially. You're going to see your gas bill go up 35%. As the other bad news trickles out, we'll share it on this channel, but you're going to see much more come out about this with this 7,000 page document and the debacle that this is. Now, with all the bad news and inflation that's coming out this week, you're going to see the stock market hit all-time highs again because of the bad news. Again, get yourself an inflation defender. Get something that will fight inflation over time. Gold, silver, things like that. You know, you can look at the cryptocurrencies, but they have not been tested as an inflationary block yet. You can listen to Michael Saylor and have him tell you how great it is, and I think he's a very smart man and he's made a ton of money, but the whole thing with the cryptocurrencies as an inflationary hedge has not been tested yet, and only time will let that happen. So again, share your thoughts and all this stuff. There's nothing for you. Everybody that writes me about the fourth stimulus check, be disappointed because it's not in there. And then again, this is the perfect example of how you need to prepare to combat all this, because, you know, better roads, better broadband. This is just a spending wish list, and it's going to, you know, will it create jobs? Who knows? Okay, but it's going to get people rich because they're going to build the system out of this. So, share your thoughts and all this stuff. Oh, this is cool. They got public painting out here. You make a donation, you can come out and paint. That's kind of nice. Nice way to spend the day. Got it all set up over there, overlooking the beautiful ocean. The cool thing about these parks is that you can rent, you know, certain sections, you know, have a reception, have a wedding, whatever. I'm just here at such different times, you know, that sometimes it's busy, sometimes it's not. You see weddings, you see receptions, baby showers, all that stuff. But share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys, because they jam this thing through. You're going to see massive inflation as a result of this, guys. Just no two ways about it. And again, your family's not taken care of, you're not taken care of. You only can take care of yourself. You need to prepare for what's coming, which is going to be some heartache and headaches right now. It's a beautiful day out here. You've got the surfers kind of far out right now, but if you look out there, you can see that massive kelp bed. And the scuba divers like to go out there. But guys, you're gonna see sharks, you're gonna see seal, you're gonna see a lot of wildlife, and then you've got the surfers right there. So never understood that. So on days like this, the waves aren't that big, it's incredibly rocky. So if you fall off your surfboard, you've got an incredibly rocky area to deal with underneath as well. Now last week we saw all-time highs for the stock market. NASDAQ, S&P 500, the Dow, everything was at an all-time high. This week will be no different. You're going to see unbelievably bad economic numbers as far as inflation is concerned. It's not going to do anything to affect this. It's not going to slow it down. It's not going to do anything at all. So consumer price index going to be announced this week. The producer price index on what it costs people to make things is going to be announced this week as well. They're going to be catastrophically bad numbers, and it's not going to affect the stock market. Again, this should be a 10,000 point drop. You will not see that. The stock market's going to continue to shoot up as a result of this. Even with the negative news, it's continuing to go up. So, share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. You're going to see numbers like you've never seen. There is no reality to this right now. And with that, if you are in a 401k or if you're in an investment situation, I would talk to a professional right now to make sure you're protected. Look at, gold, and look at silver, and look at other metals that have been hedges against this. Look at cryptocurrencies as well, because it's really important that you protect yourself right now. That's Main Beach down there in Laguna. I went a different way for you guys today. A lot of people out enjoying the beautiful weather. But again, guys need to protect yourself. You need to get ready. You need to stock up. Black Friday is less than 2 weeks away right now. And it is going to be an absolute mess. Every store manager that will talk to me, I talk to, and I find out how it's going. Some try to paint a rosy picture and tell me how great it is. Then you get the Walmart manager who says it's going to be a mess. It's going to be an absolute mess. Home Depot has already announced that Black Friday's already started and all the sales are out. Well, I was at a Home Depot and they didn't have merchandise in some of the stores. So, okay, where's all the Black Friday stuff from the ads? Oh, we haven't gotten it yet, but it already started. So prepare yourself for this, guys. If you see something, you see a deal, get it now, because it will not be there in 2 weeks. It just won't be there. One thing we talk quite a bit about on this channel lately has been Elon Musk and Tesla. And whether you love him or you hate him, and I'm telling you, it's 50-50 on this channel. If you read the comments, people either love that guy or they hate that guy. But he did a real bold move in the last 2 weeks. Number one, he questioned if in fact you could clear up world hunger with $6 billion. He wanted somebody to prove that. And the next thing was he said he would sell 10% of his Tesla stock and had a poll on Twitter. So he said he would abide by the poll. The poll ended, and it was, he had like a 57% sell it, and I'll give you results to that poll. But he said he's going to do this. So one thing that he's upset about is the redistribution of wealth for billionaires. Now, the last time I talked about Elon Musk, he had $250 billion in net worth. Since that time, it's climbed to $334 billion, mainly because of Tesla stock. So that's incredible, guys. That is absolutely insane that this guy's got this much of a net worth, from his Tesla stock. So he's going to sell that. Now, the next thing, as far as EV cars, and with all these EV, charging stations and everything that's going to get put in place. One thing that's interesting is Volkswagen is going to resurrect the Volkswagen Bug right now. As I try not to get taken out by a wave. And the Bug is kind of a retro look to the old Bug. And I've got an ad, or an article, down in the video description. You can take a look at it. But it's going to be incredibly expensive. It's only going to get limited mileage. and it's going to give you that old bug Volkswagen bus feel. You know, does that interest you? Is it going to be a nostalgia thing that people are going to buy this stuff? Because there are a lot of basically golf carts you can buy that are electric. You know, you get 80, 100 miles, you got to recharge it. At these beach communities, they have parking that's just for the golf carts. So, you know, they were going to tow a guy, you know, 20 minutes ago because he was parking in one of those spaces when a golf cart showed up. So, does this interest you? You know, will you be looking at the Volkswagen bus EV? Okay. Now, the other thing that was interesting is my friend that went to the solar convention, talking about all the charging, all the infrastructure that's going to be built. They're trying to get Amazon to have all their vehicles electric. Now, I want you to think about this. Filling up at a gas station takes 2 minutes, okay? And people get real pissy when their packages are late. Could you imagine having to charge a vehicle throughout the day? And talk to these drivers, talk to these delivery people. Man, there are days that they do hundreds of miles within a city. Car doesn't get shut off, it's going. Well, how are they gonna do that with electric vehicles? I really wanna know. So share your thoughts on all this stuff. It's a really beautiful day out here today. But, you know, is Elon Musk a good guy? He's upset about the distribution of wealth with billionaires. Hell of a problem to have, but he said the private sector should worry about this, not the government. So they want to tax him to oblivion, and he said, let us deal with it. So share your thoughts on all this stuff. I really want to know what you think about this. As the tide changes, it's nice because these rocks get exposed and you can go out here a little further than normal, see some of the sea life, and it's pretty cool. Bitcoin has a magazine. Well, there's a bunch of them now, but Bitcoin Magazine itself just had their weekly podcast and had David Bradley on, who runs Bitcoin Brains and Bitcoin Well. He's the CEO of those companies, and he's real big on getting people to buy Bitcoin as easy as possible. And what he wants to see is more Bitcoin ATMs. Now think about this number. There are 28,000 ATMs that dispense Bitcoin around the world right now. Over 14,000 of those were just installed in 2021. So you're going to be able to walk in, and he says that any ATM could be able to dispense Bitcoin. So again, fascinating. You know, what do you have it on? A piece of paper, a wallet, a receipt? You know, it's going to be interesting to see how this is going to be dispersed and what the future will be using this stuff. So, see the tide rushing out. Isn't that kind of cool? Just beautiful to get through here. Try not to walk on rocks that have sea life before I get the reprimand from anybody and I walk on the sand, okay? So, the other thing is, it was presented to the Navajo Nation. The Navajo Indian tribe is incredibly poor. They do not have casino gambling. They have a large tribe just outside of Phoenix, Arizona, and just outside of New Mexico. And they are impoverished. They have over 50% unemployment. 40% of the people do not have electricity. It's absolutely crazy. 30% live below the poverty line. They're just really a poor tribe. Well, what they're trying to present to the Navajo tribe right now, there's a group trying to present to them that they should mine Bitcoin. Now, here's the interesting thing. A lot of these people don't even have electricity. There's like 40% that don't have electricity in their homes, but they want to mine Bitcoin and it could bring them out of poverty, which is interesting. When you think about this, could this work for inner city projects? Could it work for flailing businesses to have them mine Bitcoin? Now, it's expensive with the electricity. So I don't know how you're going to have areas that don't have electricity that's going to be able to mine Bitcoin. But again, if there's a will, there's a way, and they're trying to work out a deal where they can make money from this and bring people out of the poverty level. So share your thoughts on all this stuff. I really want to know what you think about this. But with the cryptocurrencies, with the instability of the market, with inflation going sky high, you're going to see more and more and more of these creative ways for people to make money with the cryptocurrencies. So, it's absolutely beautiful out here today. It really is. So share your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. I really want to know what you guys think about all this. Wedding on the beach. One thing that we're starting to see more of is with this great resignation that's happening, people are fed up with their existing careers and they're looking to make changes. Again, there's over 100 million people that are out of the job market right now. They're not looking for a job, they're not working, and they're not even counting those people right now. But the people that quit their jobs want more. Now, local Starbucks employee is making $15.90 an hour to be a barista, and again, not management, you know, just being a barista, okay? Going to college, that's what he's doing. One thing about this great resignation is that they're talking about all the choices people are gonna have right now for jobs, and that now's the time to really reset this and make different changes right now. Once again, guys, what are you good at? Are you know, do you know sports? Do you know weddings? Okay, there's a wedding right there. They spent probably an absolute fortune. Probably, I think there's 8 women, 8 men in the wedding party. I mean, it's absolutely a ton of people. Spend a fortune on that, but anything you could do with weddings, parties, things like that are coming back right now, okay? And people are spending an absolute fortune. If you look at Etsy and you look at invitations and things that you could create once that somebody could buy, edit, and use over again, there's some people out there that sell things 10, 14,000 times. I mean, it's crazy, 23,000 times for invitations. I've looked at some of this stuff, it's absolutely nuts. Now, again, because of the problems with people getting employed right now, Uber's having a very difficult time in New York City. Now, I don't know if they have other restrictions on people working or what the deal is in New York City, but Uber is actually trying to work out a deal where they're going to have yellow cabs be dispersed. If they're in the area, they can sign up for the Uber app and they can work on this. Now, I hate cabs, okay, because they're smelly and dirty, and it just seems like they haven't been cleaned since the dawn of time. And I want you guys to share your thoughts on this stuff. Does this make you get motivated to hop into a yellow cab because you got it from Uber? And plus, cabs are incredibly expensive. That's the one advantage to the Uber app. So we're seeing this more and more and more. Now, I have a friend who's been driving for Uber for a few months, made a bunch of money, and they just changed the rates again on him to where it was like, I'm gonna make a killing with Christmas, holidays, going to the airport and all that stuff, cut the rates again. So he's like, I don't think I'll ever do it again, Dan. So they're doing this to themselves, guys. People aren't willing to pay for it, and then they're cutting the rates to the drivers. So share your thoughts on all this stuff. Again, I know somebody that was doing Uber Eats, made hundreds of dollars in a day, and then they changed it to where he couldn't make the money that he was making 2 weeks earlier. So share your thoughts on all this stuff. And again, do you think people have more choices right now? Is that what we're seeing? Is that what we're living through right now? I just think it's crazy right now. I think that all these stimulus programs that are done and the ones that people were hoping for this time, it's not coming, guys. It is definitely not coming. You're gonna see more inflation between now and Thanksgiving. You're gonna see horrific numbers this week come out that the stock market's gonna rise up, but you're gonna see bad things that are gonna hit the marketplace, and certain things will shoot up. And this is like an accelerating car with the pedal to the floor. It's gonna keep going and then it's gonna crash. So it's not gonna surprise guys like me. Prepare yourself. Buy some extra food, buy Christmas gifts early. Was out at a mall today, asking questions. And that merchandise, somebody wanted something specific, they asked me for, and all that's online now, so I can't see it to buy it. No, not anymore. We've gotten rid of all those out of the stores. Okay, so you're gonna see more and more of that, guys, so get used to it. I'm gonna end this video with these last two stories. And first things first, we have an asteroid that is going to come within 30 million miles of our planet in like September, October of next year. And they're very concerned about this. So NASA has developed a plan where they're going to take a rocket and send it to the asteroid and blow it up. Maybe it'll change the path of the asteroid. This is just like Armageddon, the movie from 1998 with Bruce Willis. So this thing takes off November 23rd, and they anticipate it'll be between September and October. It will land on the asteroid and change the trajectory. Okay, your money well spent, guys. Okay, so again, I always love the movies where the asteroid hits the ocean and then everything just gets taken out. It would be here. It always would be at a place like this. It's not going to be in Des Moines, Iowa, or some farm town. It's going to be here that you're going to have the asteroid hit. So share your thoughts on that. And the final story is there is a doctor that graduated out of Australia and is in British Columbia, and he had a patient this week, and he diagnosed her with the disease climate change. She is suffering from climate change. That's her illness. And you cannot make this stuff up. So, got a question for you. If you suffer from climate change, what's the debilitation? Does it make you stupid? Does it make you lazy? Does it make you so you can get disability? I want to know. So, I think I suffer from climate change. I mean, because guys, don't you think I'd be totally ripe for that? So, share your thoughts on this. Do you know anybody that suffers from climate change right now? This is absolutely maddening, guys, that a doctor did this. But I want to know what you guys think about this. And the story's below, so you can read it because I'm not making it up. It's absolutely insane. So, people suffering from climate change. Not terrible. Please don't forget to hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Share this with all your friends and colleagues. Do not forget to join the email list that is below. Onward and upward, guys. I will see you guys very soon. Man, it's tough. I'm suffering from climate change. Please, do you guys suffer from climate change? Tell me. I need to know. Okay? Onward and upward, guys. You can do anything in this world. Don't ever forget that. Don't let anybody tell you no. Make the deals that you want. Be as successful as you want. You can do that.